Professional Aptitude Test Bank, 50 MCQs to master accounting, English and reasoning. A complete revision set of financial accounting, cost accounting and business English vocabulary and logical reasoning. So let's move on. First question. Double entry bookkeeping was fathered by, the correct answer is Lucas Piccoli. Lucas Piccoli, often spelled Lucas Picoil, is universally recognized as the father of accounting and bookkeeping. In 1494, this Italian mathematician, he becomes the first person to formally document and publish the detailed mechanism of double entry accounting system, including the use of journal, ledger, debits and credits. Second one, depreciation is spirit is similar to, the correct answer is amortization. So what is amortization? Spread the cost of an intangible asset over time. What is depletion? Allocate the cost of extracting natural resources like minerals or oils as they consume. And depreciation allocates the cost of physical tangible asset over their useful working life. So next question, balance sheet is always prepared. The correct answer is as on a specific date. Balance sheet acts as a financial snapshot. It details a company asset, liability or equity at a very specific point in time, usually the final days of financial year, rather than summarizing activity over an entire duration. Next question. Partners in Pakistan can today be fixed at a following number. The correct answer is 20. Under the Partnership Act 1932 in Pakistan, the ordinary limit for the maximum number of partners in a general business partnership is strictly fixed at 20. Next question. Flexible budget is a budget with the following feature. The correct answer is change with the volume of production. Flexible budget is specially designed to change or flex automatically based on the actual activity level or volume of production achieved by the company. Next question. Which ratio can be computed as under? The correct answer is current asset divided by current liabilities. Quick asset, also called a liquid asset, are near cash resources like cash, marketable securities, account receivable. They exclude slow moving item like inventory. Next question. Sale budget must be prepared. The correct answer is based on the sale forecast of market. The sale budget is the foundational pillar of an organization master budget because it dedicates how much revenue will be brought in. It must be established first and foremost on sale forecast of the market, that is expected demand, market condition and customer behavior. Next question. Consolidation of subsidiary account in balance sheet of an unlisted holding company is at present in Pakistan. The correct answer is required. So the consolidation of subsidiary account in the absence in the balance sheet of an unlisted holding company in Pakistan is mandatory. Under the Companies Act 2017, if the company has one or more subsidiary, it is required to prepare consolidated financial statement in addition to its stand-alone financial statement. The next question. Retained earning is a synonym of accumulated profit and loss account. The correct answer. Retained earning represents the cumulative number of net profit and loss earned by the company since its inception after subtracting any distributed dividend. It is structurally to the running balance of an accumulated point and loss account held on the balance sheet under equity. Deferred taxation is the correct answer is non-current liability. Deferred tax liability are classified as non-current liability on a company's balance sheet. Under international financial standards like IAS 12, deferred tax asset and liability are never separated into current or non-current portions. Instead, they are presented entirely as non-current items. Next question. Every limited company in Pakistan is required by law to include the following along with the financial report. The correct answer is chairman review. Under the Security and Exchange Commission of Pakistan and the provision of Company Act 2017, listed public limited company is in Pakistan are legally mandated to present a chairman review report alongside their annual audit financial statement to summarize the overall performance of the company and the effectiveness of the board. Next question. Fixed cost is never changes even if production capacity is doubled is a correct answer. So what is that? Fixed cost only remain constant within a certain production capacity of time. Example is rent. Second, next question is process costing is relevant to? The correct answer is cement industry. This is correct is because the cement industry rely on the continuous large-scale mass production where the final product are identical, homogeneous. In such manufacturing environment, cost cannot be traced to single individual unit. Instead, they are accumulated by department or processes over a time and average across all units produced. Next question. Books of original entry are called? The correct answer is journal. Okay, is the primary accounting record where all business transactions are initially recorded in sequence before being transferred to ledger account. Because of this, it is universally recognized as a book of original. Next question. For preparing balance sheet, prepaid expenses are shown as a part of? The correct answer is asset. Prepaid expenses represent goods or services that a business has paid in advance but has not consumed or utilized. Because they carry the future economic value, they are classified as current asset on the balance sheet. Example include prepaid rent and advance insurance premium. As the service or a good is used for over time, the asset is gradually reduced and recorded as an expense on the income statement. Next question. Unpaid or unrecorded expenses are? The correct answer is accrued expenses. Accrued expenses, also known as outstanding expenses, representing economic obligation that a business has already incurred during the current accounting period but has not yet paid or officially recorded in its general ledger. Next question. Amount, cash or other asset removed from business by the owner is? The correct answer is drawing. In accounting, any money, good or business asset taken out by the company out out of the company by the owner for their personal use are classified as drawing. Under the business concept, a business and its owner are treated as separate entity. Next question. Under the diminishing balance method, depreciation amount is expenditure. The correct answer is so. Depreciation represents the gradual reduction in the economic value of a tangible fixed asset over its useful lifespan. Regardlessly of accounting calculation method used, such a diminishing balance method on a straight line method, depreciation is fundamentally considered a non-cash revenue expenditure or operation expenses. It is matched against the current year revenue in the income statement to reflect the cost of using asset. Next question. The investment of personal asset by the owner. The correct answer is increase total asset and increase owner equity. When an owner invests personal assets such as cash, equipment, or property into the business, total asset increases. The business now owns more resources, cash and equipment, and owner's equity increases. The owner personal claim or financial stake in the business expand by the value of the investment in capital introduced. Okay, so let's move towards the next question. An owner's investment of a cash. An owner investment of a cash into a business would be, the correct answer is increased asset. When an owner invests personal cash or equipment into a business, those items becomes resources owned by the equity. This directly cause the total asset of the business to rise. Under the accounting equation, asset is equal to liability plus owner equity, and investment increase both cash or property asset and owner capital stake at the same time. Next question. Which of the following account would usually have a debit balance? The correct answer is cash. Cash is classified as an asset account under the standard double entry bookkeeping rule. Asset accounts are increased with a debit and decreased with credit. Therefore, it is normally maintain a debit balance. Expense. Next question is expense such as rent and depreciation of a building shared by several departments are, the correct answer is indirect expenses. So these are the costs that cannot be traced directly, entirely, or economically to a single department, product, or a cost center, because rent and depreciation belong to a entirely building framework. They must be shared proportionate among the participating department using a logical allocation base such as floor area or asset value. The time lag between indebting and receiving material is called, the correct answer is lead time. The time lag between identifying a need and a physical receipt of an order material is known as lead time. A credit balance remaining in FOH control account is called, the correct answer is over applied overhead. The factory overhead control account serves as a temporary suspense ledger. It is debited for actual indirect cost, rent, utility as the incur, and credited for applied overhead when allocated to production. Next question. direct material cost plus direct labor cost is called, the correct answer is prime cost. Prime cost is the total of all the direct expenses incurred to manufacture a product. It is calculated by adding the cost of raw material and direct labor together, because business use it to set a minimum selling price and measure the production efficiency. Next question. A segment of a business that generates both revenue and cost is, the correct answer is profit center. A segment of business that generate both revenue and cost is a profit center. Managers of profit centers are held accountable for both income produced and expenses incurred within their specific units. Next question. Verification includes none of these is the right answer, as there is an explanation of this. Checking voucher is an administrative task, and examining is an audit report is an action performed by the third party or management to read the final findings. So this cannot be included in the verification. So none of these is the correct answer. Audit of a bank is generally conducted through, the correct answer is routine checking. A bank audit fundamentally centered on a balance sheet audit. This approach prioritizes the complete verification of asset, liability, provision, and reserve on the specific date, while examining related profit and loss account where necessary. Since bank stability depends directly on the existence and valuation of its liquid asset and liability, this method serves as a primary framework. Next question. Sugar used in the sugarcane company is variable cost is the correct answer. So in a manufacturing company, the primary raw material used to create the final product is classified as a variable cost. The total cost of sugarcane from which sugar is processed or utilized fluctuates in direct proportion to the volume of production. If the company increases its production output, it must purchase and use more raw material, causing the total variable cost to rise. Next question. Principal and markup payment within 1 year constitute long-term liability for disclosure in the balance sheet of a company. The correct answer is false. What is false? Principal and markup payment that are due and payable within 12 months of the balance sheet are classified as current liability. That is why it is false. GDP stands for, the correct answer is gross domestic product. It is the total market value of all the final goods and services produced within the country borders during a specific period. Next question. Dash the weather, dash the bad. Next question. The bad weather, the outdoor parties are rescheduled. The correct answer is because of. So this is positional phrase used to introduce a reasoning or cause. In sentences, the bad weather directly caused the consequences of outdoor party being rescheduled. Grammatically, because of must be followed by the noun phrase, the bad weather, rather than a full clause, which perfectly fits this sentence structure. Losing the first match, our team has won the World Cup. The correct answer is despite. This is the prepositional use of introduction, a contrast and conjunction. It means even though something happened or in spite of. In this sentence, losing the first match is a negative event, but winning the World Cup is a positive outcome. Before designing a public park, the architect must dash the public. The correct answer is consider. Thus, the sentence used the modal verb must. In English grammar, modal verb must as can. The sentence used the modal verb must. In English grammar, modal verb such as must, can, should, will are always followed by the base form of the verb. Next question. Dash is a systematic examination of books and records of a business. The correct answer is or a thing. This is defined as an independent and systematic examination of financial books, record, documents, and vouchers of an enterprise. Its ultimate goal to verify and report whether the financial statement represent a true and fair view of a business status. Next question. Prospectus is a document. The correct answer is containing detail about the share capital of a company. Okay. So, a prospectus is a formal legal document issued by the public company to invite the public to subscribe or to purchase its securities, share, debenture, etc. It provides essential information regarding the company's capital structure, financial, and background to help investors make informed decisions. Next question. Excess of debit over credit is called. The correct answer is debit balance. Double entry bookkeeping. Every ledger account has a left side debit and right side credit. When the total of all entries of the debit side is greater than the total on the credit side, the resulting net amount is fundamentally defined as debit balance. Next question. Depreciation of machinery will be shown in the profit and loss account under the head of. The correct answer is administrative expenses. So, in standard retail and general commercial accounting format, depreciation of a general property, plant and machinery is treated as fixed operation overhead and categorized under the general administrative or office expense. It represents the internal expense of utilization non-term asset to run the core operation of the company. Next question. Depreciation of plant and machinery is a part of factory overheads. The correct answer is plant and machinery are directly involved in the manufacturing production process within the factory. Because of the depreciation of these assets is an indirect cost that supports production but cannot be traced to a single individual unit. It is classified as the factory or manufacturing overhead expenses. Next question. Choose the correct sentence. The correct answer is neither of the boys has completed his work. So the explanation of this is that the word neither is an indefinitely pronoun that functions as a singular subject. Next question. Choose the synonym of abundant. Abundant means synonym. What is synonym? So the correct answer is plentiful. The word refers to something that exists or is available in large quantity. Choose the antonym of transparent. So transparent, opaque is the correct answer. But transparent allow light to pass through so that project behind cannot be directly seen. Opaque prevent light from passing through, making object impossible to see clearly. Reasoning. Let's move to the reasoning. Doctor, hospital, teacher. So the correct answer is school. So the relationship established the professional and their primary workplace. A doctor work in a hospital just as a teacher work in a school. Book, read, food. So the correct answer is eat. Here is a logical behind this analogy. A book is something that you read. Food is something that you eat. The number, which number comes next to 6, 12, 20 and 30? The correct answer is 42. So analyze the first difference. The constant pattern. Follow the pattern. The next difference must be 12. Add in 30. That comes 42. Choose the odd one. Cylinder is the correct answer. In a 3-dimensional 3D object that occupies space and has a volume, which pair has the same relationship as knife and cut? The correct answer is all of these. The relationship in all of these pairs is object, function, or tool and its primary action. Next question. She has been working here dash 2024. The correct answer is since. As used since when referring to a specific starting point in time. Same this case, it denotes when the action began 2024 and continue it to the present. Next question. Choose the passive voice for they completed the project. The correct answer is the project was completed. The project becomes the new singular subject. Was is the correct past tense helping verb for the singular subject. Completed is the past participle form of the verb. Next question and the final question. Choose the correct tag. Question: this is the good presentation. Is it? Opposite polarity. A positive statement requires a negative question tag. Is it